Well, the election gods may have finally been paying attention. To all of us who said we need another voice in this election, not Democrats, not Republicans, other party votes, other party members, other choices, a third party, so that we can hear from the Green Party, that we can hear from libertarians, we can hear from, all sorts of different stripes of potential candidates in this election. Well, now we have finally some movement on this in the state of Maine, the beautiful, great state of Maine. Thank you for hearing and heeding our call on ranked choice voting. So what is this? Before your eyes glaze over on this, it's incredibly important. This, folks, is the solution to the idea of, well, if I vote for that guy, he's a spoiler. I can't vote for Howie Hawkins, the Green Party candidate, because that's like throwing my vote away. How long have we heard this? We've been hearing it for years, right? You might want to vote your conscience and vote for Libertarian candidate Joe Jurgensen. You might want to vote for Howie Hawkins because you care about the environment, healthcare, some sort of universal basic income, free college, free public college. I mean, these are all things that I care for, right? And every time what happens is we coalesce around two candidates that are bought and sold by big corporations and Wall Street. So it always comes down to red and blue. That's it. And they're both the same thing. They're one party, basically. Nothing changes, nothing at all. In fact, look at President Trump this week. So instead of rolling out his own health care plan, which he said he was going to roll back Obamacare and roll out his own Trump plan. He didn't. Now he's resigned himself to basically just rebranding Obamacare by calling it a different name. That's it. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. We're going to continue to go to war with both of these parties. We'll continue to be in Afghanistan and the Middle East for years to come. Joe Biden said he would continue our Middle East presence. He voted for the Iraq War. President Trump, to line defense contractors' pockets, managed to, increase the government spending for the military up 20%. Yeah, because we need more bombs and tanks right now when millions of Americans can't afford to put food on their table. But we need new drones because we're under attack. Yeah, sure. And then you're somehow unpatriotic if you call that out as BS. We're not under attack. Give me a break. What we are under attack is nutritionally in this country, fattest country in the world, healthcare crisis in our country, with millions of Americans uninsured, poverty, reading and writing in our country, we're appalling compared to other countries. Student loan debt that is astronomical. So millennials go get out of college right now. They can't even find a job. They're $30,000 in debt and they're having to work at Target, barely making enough to pay back their debt and put food on their own table. Yet we have a defense budget that's $900 billion a year. Come on. So ranked choice voting in the state of Maine. So Maine is going to allow, thanks to a Supreme Court, judicial court in Maine has now upheld the use of ranked choice voting for its presidential and congressional races. They had it through the primary stages, and now they will get to do it in the state of Maine. So if you are in the state of Maine, what do you call you guys? Is it Mainers? Are you a Mainer? You get to basically rank the choices who you want to vote for. Well, we had Green Party candidate Howie Hawkins here on the show a few weeks ago, and he said this is the solution. That way people don't feel like they're throwing away their votes. And so how this works is you get to rank your choice. You get to say, hey, first on my list is Howie Hawkins, the Green Party candidate. And what happens if he doesn't get a majority of the votes, then he falls off, and then your next choice gets selected. So this is amazing, right? What if everyone in the state of Maine votes for Howie Hawkins? Guess what? Then a majority of the votes push him in as the candidate. But if not enough people do, only 30 people vote for him, then he falls off, and then the next person on the list, your second choice. So maybe your second choice is Joe Biden. Then guess what? 50% of the votes, Joe Biden gets it, he's the candidate. So it's not just a plurality anymore. This is a choice. Ranked choice voting. A candidate is required to earn a majority of the votes. This is how you do it. That way you can vote your conscience, but have a safety net, right? It's like picking your school, your favorite college, and then having your safety school in case you don't get into, Harvard. You've got Yale. And that's how this works. Proponents of ranked choice, of course, argue that it pushes the races away from a polarizing winner-takes-all style election, which it does, and allows people to start supporting independent and third-party candidates, while also still being able to vote for Biden or Trump if they wanted to on the Republican and Democratic tickets. If now Maine proves, and it's upheld in the state Supreme Court, this could be the law of the land. So all eyes on Maine over the next few weeks during this election. It was already approved by Maine voters twice. They want this. Twice. But the state's Republican Party has been resistant to it, as you can imagine. Former Republican Governor Paul LePage served 2 terms without ever winning a majority. See, this is how this works, folks. He served 2 terms, but he never won a majority of the votes in the state. In 2018, Republican incumbent Bruce Poliquin, he lost his House seat to a Democratic challenger, Jared Golden, because more independent voters broke in Golden's direction when they ranked the candidates. And then Poliquin sued. He sued the state to try to get ranked choice from taking away his seats away, and he lost. Republicans gathered up enough signatures there to try yet again, to try to repeal it. And the courts determined that the effort didn't get enough signatures, and Maine voters will officially use this system for both electing their members of Congress, their representatives, and their president in November. Hallelujah. Maine has 5 presidential candidates that will be on the ballot in addition to Trump and Biden. Wouldn't this be amazing if we had this in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin? But no. Democrats managed to get the Green Party thrown off the ballot in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, and they're fighting for Texas and other states as well. And Montana. If we had ranked choice voting, they wouldn't have to worry about it. Now we can just vote on the people that we believe in, and you don't have to fight to throw people off the ballot. Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton won the popular vote in Maine and 3 of its electoral votes, but Trump also picked up an electoral vote there as well. And since he won most of the votes in the state's because he won most of the state's 2nd congressional district. So Maine right now is only one of 2 states that directs some of its electoral votes depending on how you won it in the state. Most of the time it's like a winner takes all. Florida, if you win, you don't just get to pick and choose the counties and the congressional districts. You just win all of I think it's 29 electoral votes in Florida, right? Winner take all. Right now, Susan Collins. This could be a big deal for Susan Collins in the state of Maine. Of course, she is up in a very tight election in Maine against Sarah Gideon, and they don't have a majority in either case right now. So 2 independent candidates on that ballot, Max Patrick Lynn, also Lisa Savage, who's running as a Green New Deal person, and Medicare for all in that state, and ending student loan debt, might also shake things up there. Imagine knowing that you could vote for someone like Lisa Savage, who supports the environment, and Mainers love the environment, right? Fiercely independent up in the state of Maine, but they love their environment. They love their clean water. They love their oceans. They love their forests. They love their timber. They don't like government interference. It's also the oldest state in the country. So older. It's the oldest state by age in the country, and it's also the whitest and oldest. And right now, if you look at the election map in the state of Maine, it's leaning Biden. So ranked choice could have an effect in the state of Maine and really affect things, really shake things up on the Senate side and also on the presidential side. I'm excited to watch this. I think that, it's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out and who gets a majority of the votes there. But I hope that this happens nationwide. I hope more states adopt this. This could alter our elections forever. This is the answer, folks. This is what we've been waiting for. Being able to choose your president, choose who you really believe in your heart, but don't think that you're going to throw away your vote when you do it. You know, you want to vote for Joe Jorgensen because you believe in the Libertarian Party, but then your second vote on the list is Trump because, you know, you can't stand the guy. You think he's a fascist, but you don't want to throw away your vote, and you certainly don't want Biden. Then this is a great solution for you. And on the other hand, the same thing is true if you're a lefty and you think that the environment matters, and you think that a woman's right to choose matters, and you think that, you know, student loan debt is too high, and you think the environment and all of those pieces, right? You can vote for Howie Hawkins, who is polling like at 0% right now nationwide, but could end up winning states. This is how it changes, folks. I am so excited about Maine. I'm so excited for ranked choice voting. I had to bring this story to you. So I will be watching Maine very closely on election night. If I brought you any value at all, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget, everyone, you can also get our daily morning newsletter. Just go to morninginvest.com. It's totally free, delivered to your inbox every day. Totally free. I also want to mention, our friends at Webull, sponsoring today's show, they wrote me a note this morning and said, Clayton, we want to give away 2 stocks through the end of the month. So I know it says get 1 free stock valued up to $1,600. They want to give 2 away just for signing up for free. You don't have to do anything. Just sign up and open your account, deposit like $100 in the account, and you're not spending $100. You're just opening the account and triggering it to be active. So you'd have their free money they put in your account plus $100 of your own. Get the free stock, and then if you don't want to do anything else with the account, just close it. And then you've got sell the stocks, and now you've got free money in your account. That could pay rent for a month. That could pay groceries. It's free money just for opening the account, but you have to use this link to get the 2. They're doing it right now today, the 25th through the end of the month. So go to morninginvest.com/Webull to activate your free account and take advantage of that. So our thanks to them for supporting Morning Invest and helping you get some free money.